Hey my divas, what's up? It's your girl. I want to talk to you guys about a few different things. So first off, let's talk about what's going on with my schedule and what's happening in my life. So originally I wanted to put this video up yesterday for Real Fridays, but I'm gonna call it For Real Fridays even though it's going up on Saturday. So first off, what's happening in my life? School is almost over. I've got about a week and a half left, if that. So I will not be so active on social medias, that type of thing, because I really have to buckle down and make sure that I got this information, I get my papers done, so on and so forth. The next thing that's happening is my job, which I'll explain why it's happening as we get further into the video. I am going back to third shift. Now, I haven't been on third shift in quite some time. I don't even know if you guys remember when I was on third shift. But I'm going back, so I'll be working like midnight to 8:30. It's a swing shift kind of a deal, because that's like not protocol where I'm at. But it works out perfectly for me. Like I said, I'll explain why I'm going to change shifts in a minute. So yeah, like you guys have to tell me about my lighting. I know it's wonderful now, but it's the middle of the day. Like right now it's like 3:30 in the afternoon. I don't know if I'll be recording at 3:30 in the afternoon because like I'll be asleep. So more than likely I would want to try to record looks that I'm doing before I go to work. You know, I'll be sitting here at home for the first time in months and actually being able to apply my makeup before I go to work. And I should be able to do more looks right here in front of the camera in my own room and desk than I would like, you know, now, whereas I'm on first shift and then like I'm putting my makeup on in my car. So yeah, let me know when we get there, because I start next week. So let me know if the lighting is crappy. I really hope that it's not. I think that I have enough light in here that everything's gonna be cool, but you know, if it's not, we'll figure something out. So yeah, now let's get into why everything is happening, and it all kind of like pulls together even though it doesn't. So I want to talk about like what are real friends, or how to deal with people who have something to say about how you're living your life and why you're living it that way. People who have a strong opinion about what's going on in your world, and they don't like play a factor into it. You know, they may be somebody that you love or you care about. They could be a coworker. It could be anything. How do you deal with the negativity that's brought to you? So I had two situations. We'll talk about the situation where I was friends with this person. So I was friends with this person for many, many years. Like, we grew up together. We were kids together. And if we were still friends now, it would have definitely been over 15 years that we had been close. We are no longer friends basically because I made a decision and I took a different path in my life, and this person did not support that decision. It bothered me because I said the same things about the way this individual was living their life. There were some things that were going on and people that came into this person's life, and I didn't feel really like it was a good thing. I felt like something could have happened. I don't know if I trust these people coming in. Maybe you should think about this some more. You know, all of that types of stuff. And so I did a lot of like barking, pretty much. Like, I don't think this is right for you. I don't support your decision. I don't understand your thinking process. I oppose this. All these types of things I was saying, you know. And it made it more difficult, the friendship at the time. I learned through that experience that you can't go around saying what's best for other people. That's not your place. So I had to shut up and mind my own business. But at the same time, I had to stick around and try to love the friend that I had, and just understand that their mind and the way that they think is not exactly the same as mine. And I had to just still show them that I cared, even though I was going through this emotional turmoil, because I felt like I wanted to help. I wanted to protect this person. But that's not my job. So, and for me, it's a big deal because like my outlook on life is that life is about relationships and life is about love. And that's pretty much what it comes down to for me. So my whole thing is always the other person and not myself. Like, I'll do for you, I'll give to you. I'm concerned with you before me, because there's always somebody that's gonna have my back, and if they don't, God has my back and I have my back. So, but I always end up sacrificing too much, and I'm now learning how much is too much to sacrifice. So in this situation, as I was saying, everything kind of worked itself out. At first the relationship was strained because of my opinions and how I spoke them, and as time went on, we got past it. You know, I learned to accept the people that were entering into the relationship, and I learned to love the people that were entering into the relationship, and things stayed pretty much okay. Now, outside of that, me and this person had our own individual problems with each other that we just really never fixed. There was always these issues between us, and we just never fixed them. You know, like, I don't know how to describe it. It just wasn't a good relationship. It just wasn't a good place for me to be. And I felt like I was kind of being dragged along in a way. But I tried not to look at it that way and try not to have that perspective on it. But other people would see the relationship dynamic, and they would tell me all the time, like, why are you investing so much time into this when it doesn't seem like you're getting it back? But like I said, my perspective was different, and it was just more about, like, you don't judge people, you don't know what's going on with them. I don't think that any of this is malicious, and I don't think that their intent is to hurt me. So I choose to support my friend, and I choose to stick around. Well, when the tables turned, because God and life is funny like that, you know, you'll do all this talking about what you think and what you want and what you would never do, and then he puts it in your court. What are you gonna do now? And so now things have changed. Now I have people coming into my life and into my circle that my friend does not support. It wasn't the people that were coming in that my friend questioned. It was the way that things had happened. It's really hard to describe without giving you all the details, and I can't do that out of respect for this individual. So, give me some time, y'all. Let me just figure out how to say it. I hope that this doesn't sound like I'm rambling, because I don't want these things to sound like I'm rambling. I'm trying to help somebody in this, where at the same time I'm trying to be 100% real and down to earth with y'all, because life is not a game. I'm not on here to look cute and tell you tips and tricks on how to live, and no, forget that. Like, let's just be 100. That's why it's For Real Fridays. So yeah, like, I guess more or less, if I'm being completely honest, it was a selfish thing. You know, because that you have two choices in life: to be selfish or be selfless. I wouldn't say that I'm a selfish person, but I don't like to share my relationships. So it takes me a very long time to open up to people and get really close with them. And once I do, I really don't like a lot of things, outside sources, to come in and try to break that relationship up. But that has nothing to do with what we're talking about. I'm just letting you know something about me. So my friend, I feel like, was being selfish with how they looked at what was happening in my life. It was not negatively affecting my friend. The person that entered my life, everybody around me, everybody around my friend, thought that this person was a good person and that they were very caring and open. Everybody supported what was happening, and my friend did not. And the only thing that came to mind for me was what I did when, you know, we went through this previously, when the tables were turned. The difference was that my friend decided to end the relationship. That devastated me, because I had always had this hope that we were gonna get to a place of mutual understanding, of growth, that nothing was gonna tear us apart, that we were thick as thieves, and that just was not true. And because it had been so many decades, I just thought, like, how can this be happening? This is insane. Especially when I know this is all because I'm not doing what you want me to do. This is all because I'm going against the grain, and I chose to choose me. Because when it initially happened, I thought, I'm not gonna lie, I thought like, okay, I'll just get rid of this person and I'll fix it and I'll make it right. And before I could do that, like, something stopped me, you know, and it made me think about myself. Like, are you thinking of yourself or are you thinking of other people? And this is one of those times where it's important to think of yourself first. The decisions that you make in life, even though I'm a giving person and I'm a selfless person, and that doesn't mean I'm not selfish in different areas. Like, I'm selfish most of the time with my makeup, even though I pulled out 2 palettes today I'm gonna give my mom. But like, if she wanted something I just went out and bought from Ulta, something brand new, I would have a hard time giving it to her, you know? I'm not perfect, is what I'm trying to say. But I just had to really think about where I was going in my life, the direction that I wanted to go, and how this choice was gonna change that. And I knew that if I didn't make this choice and step out there and basically leap, because I had no idea what was gonna happen. I had no idea that I was gonna lose my friend. I had no idea that I might be happy. I thought this could ruin my life. It could blow up in my face, you know? This is one of those times where I just had to kind of like leap out on faith and just trust that whatever was inside of me that was pulling me towards it, there was more of a reason. And turns out I was right, but I had to go through, definitely had to go through some growing pains to get here now. And although it's still, I'm still saddened by it, it still bothers me, because at the time I stayed up nights crying, praying, trying to fix it, and it just didn't work. We did get to a point where like, we were speaking somewhat, not very much, but just somewhat. And I thought maybe things will come around, and something else changed in my life, which I think you guys all know by now. And it took things on a whole nother spin, and it unraveled the relationship even more. It basically put it back at stage 1, where it was before, where it was completely broken. And that got underneath my skin again. I got pissed off at that point, because I'm like, come on, by now everything should be comfortable. You've had enough time to adjust to the situation, to accept the situation. It is what it is. And I don't come pointing the finger at you, so who are you to point the finger at me? But whatever. I can't do anything about how other people feel. That's what I learned. That's what I want to tell you and spread to you. You can't change how other people feel, how they act, what they think. So don't let that affect how you see yourself. Don't think that you're less than, or you need to change, or you need to be better. The one thing that you can change is how you react to it. And I didn't want to turn into this angry, bitter, negative person, you know, that I fought so hard not to be. And I didn't want these things that were hurting me to take over my heart. You know what I'm saying? And then next time I see this person, I'm nasty, or I'm fake and phony, because to me that's the same thing. You know, I don't want to put on a show, but nor I don't want to kiss your ass. I just want to be comfortable with who I am and where I'm at. So it takes time, but you will get to a place mentally and emotionally where you can literally love that person. Because when you look at them, you shouldn't see the hate and the sadness and what they took from you. You should really feel like you gained something, because what you gained was peace of mind. You don't have to worry about that anymore. It's behind you. It's beyond your control, you know? So what are you stressing over? And if something makes you have to change just to feel like you fit in, it's not where you need to be. That's not a real friend. That's not real love. You know, to me, friends are an extension of my family. And I love my family no matter what. Like, they can say the worst crap in the world to me, and I still love them, because at the end of the day, I know in my heart that they didn't say those things really to hurt me. Like, it came from their mind and not from their heart. Does that make sense? So you just have to try to find a way to get over it and forget about it, because you shouldn't be carrying on what happened yesterday into today. That's why it happened yesterday. So I hope this all is making sense to you guys, because like I said, it took a really, really long time. It took the help from some of you guys to help pull me out of that. You know, you definitely need good people in your circle. And that's the other thing that kind of like shocks me, is that when all these people, or well, not all these people, but whatever people in my life decide to act like this and uproot themselves, somebody comes in their place. And it's like I never lose anything. I always gain something. So I don't have less respect for this person. I still love this person. I still pray for this person, hope for the best, but I'm not going to go out of my way to make sure that they're happy. My happiness is what's important to me. My family is what's important to me, and I will do anything to protect that. So that's where I'm at with that situation. And the second thing that happened is happening at my job. This was basically like the same thing I was going through, but it was more intense, and it was in a situation where I don't know this person, I don't connect with this person. We have nothing in between us. Like, I come to work, you come to work, you're not my supervisor, I don't work under you, I just work in the same place as you. And this woman, I spoke about her before, she was very, very nasty. Like, she would come in and she would seem like she's a happy person. And she would say, hey, how are you doing? Your makeup looks beautiful today. I wish you could teach me how to do that. And then she would leave and go out and tell somebody, oh, her makeup looks fucking horrible. I wish she never even was here. Like, everything she said, she would change it. If you would come to her and you would say, hi, how are you doing today? Oh my gosh, you smell amazing. She would literally go tell somebody, she just said I smell horrible. I can't believe she would even talk to me like that. She would twist and turn every situation and every statement around. I mean, I had this lady doing all kinds of stuff. I think I told you guys about her spraying the bleach on the floor in front of where I was sitting at, because she said that the room stunk. And when I asked her to use air freshener, she said I can use whatever I want. It's just like, you have this air that you're better than somebody. You feel like you're all uppity, and it's just not necessary. Like, I was just sitting here minding my own business, and here you come in trying to wreak havoc. And those things are what I had to learn, because I have trouble dealing with a lot of controversy and a lot of conflict every day. Like, I can deal with conflict in little bits and pieces. I don't want to. I hate conflict. I hate drama, because it makes me feel anxiety. It makes me all worked up, and I know how I'm going to react. It's going to take me to a place where I'm very, very upset. I might do a lot of cussing. I might call you out your name. And I just don't want to be that person anymore. It puts me in this bad mindset. And when I cuss, I can do just as much damage as somebody who uses their hands to fight. So since I'm trying to be different, I really had to just hold my tongue and just kind of like take it, because all I would do is sit there and let her do whatever she was going to do, and then we'll go report it to management. After she had crossed me so many times and lied on me or talked about me to my face, she's cussed me out twice to my face in front of other people. I stopped speaking to her altogether. No more hellos, how you doing? Can I clean your office? I literally would just knock, do what I had to do, and leave. I don't even want to look you in your face. You know what I'm saying? If I would bump into her, I wouldn't say nothing. I would just keep on walking. Like, I was just done. Wasn't giving you anything to work with. And still this lady found ways to get underneath my skin. And I realized then that although I might be trying to change, everybody has limitations. And there's no reason to put yourself in a situation that you don't have to be in every day. Especially if other people around you, they take notice to it, but there are no actual changes happening at the moment. Now, it might be happening behind the scenes or down the line. Became almost physical with me. I caught her going through my belongings. I went and I reported it. Somebody must have said something to her, because, I mean, in less than 5 minutes, she ran up to me with her finger up in the air, cussing at me and screaming at me, and telling me that, amongst all these other people that are around, that I stole from her. Now I'm being threatened, your fingers in my face, and you hollering at me. You know what I'm thinking about doing? I'm thinking I need to get the hell up out of here before I lose it. Like 100%. Because why they would believe you over me makes no sense. But that's probably what will happen, because that's how, from my perspective, that's how it seemed. So that's why I ended up leaving my job, because I just can't do it anymore. I can't fight with this lady, even though I'm not fighting with her. I'm just sitting there and then calling my supervisor, you know, writing it down on paper, reporting it to, you know, union officials, all of this. I can't do it anymore. It's so petty. I mean, like, she would get mad because she was like, well, she went to the gas station and she was at the gas station for 13 minutes and her break is only 15 and it took her 3 minutes to walk back. It's like, what? What does that have to do with what the hell you came to work to do today? So I couldn't let this person like mess up my aura anymore. It really had me sad. I think you guys could see it in my videos because I was like holding all this stuff in. And even when I would talk about it with other people, it would help me a little bit. But what I really wanted was change. I really wanted somebody to make justice. You know, if I were to speak to her that way, I would be fired. And I think that the same thing should be for her. And, you know, there's this whole, she's an office personnel, we don't want two union people arguing. I don't know. It's just a bunch of crazy crap. And I just believe in justice. I believe in equality. I believe in love. And I believe in relationships. And this is not working for me. And if I can't fix it, then I'm leaving it. So I'm done. That's as much as I can take, honey. So I hope that this video has helped y'all in some way, shape, or form. It's not really like a rant video, although that's kind of what I was going to rant on when I said I was going to make one. Really, it was this stuff, but I wanted to calm down and be able to think clearly. And so, yeah, I just wanted to express those things to you and hope that it helps you in some type of way, because like when you reach a certain age, your mindset just completely changes and you're not focused on hanging out with the crowd or trying to be in the same groups as all the other people are. You're not trying to fit in anymore. You know, it just doesn't matter to you. And I know who I am. I really do. And I know there's things about me that I don't like, but there's a lot of stuff I do like about me. And the things that I mostly like about myself, other people hate. And that's just too bad. You know, they don't like that I speak my mind, especially if you ask me. They don't like that I'm a fighter, because as many times as I went up against people saying, no, she did this, I want it written down, I want it filed, I want you to do something, I want you to call this person. Like, people get tired of that, you know what I'm saying? But I wasn't tired of telling you. I'm still not tired, okay? I just have this fighter type of a spirit, but I have to find the right way to fight. And that's what I'm learning. So be open to change. Know what's good for you, because I learned that too. I learned that I need time for me, and a lot of time. A lot of people are really good with, you know, interacting with other people, being in groups, chit-chatting. I'm not that person. I am not the person who comes into the office and I'm super chipper and I want to know about your weekend. No, I'm the person that comes into the office with my head down. I sit on my desk. You say hi to me, I say hi back. I don't initiate. You know what I'm saying? I got my certain folks that I talk to because I am literally close with them personally. And then I go home. I am not, I have very few friends in my circle, and that's just the way I like it. I like to interact one-on-one instead of just all together, you know. Anywho, I'm done rambling. I'm not gonna hold y'all up any longer, but I wanted to make sure that I finally sat down and recorded this video. And I hope that you guys, that's so gross, I'm sorry. I hope that you guys were able to get something out of it. I hope I answered some of your questions. If you have any other questions for me, leave them down below. If you have any topics that you want me to talk about in For Real Fridays, which I am trying to bring back slowly but surely, leave them down below. They can be funny topics, they can be serious topics. It is what it is. I'm just going to give you what my perspective is, and that'll be that. So I will see you in the next video, my loves. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for watching this video all the way to the end. And if you are not a subscriber and you are new to my channel, please click the link below. This is where you can get everything about beauty, about makeup, about life. Just, you get the real deal. That's my whole theme for this channel. There is no BS involved. It's just 100% real. Okay, you guys, I will see you in the next one. Deuces.